How was your trip?
Which one?
How many have you had?
I think we've all had like something in the past several weeks.
Yeah. Well, welcome back to I Chose Last Time. It's been a minute, but we're gonna catch up on a bunch of things that we've been kind of up to. The trip. So I went to Utah recently, first time, and I went to Zion Canyon, and it's gorgeous. It's like, have you guys ever been in the Grand Canyon? Have you been in the Grand Canyon, Mike? Yeah. Okay. So you know when you look out and it doesn't look real, it looks kind of like a movie set. That's kind of some of the stuff that we looked at as far as like the side of the mountain. It just didn't look real, but you just couldn't stop staring at it. That's how great it was over there. We got there when it was like 87 degrees to hike, which to me isn't that bad. A friend of mine who went a week prior to that, it was 103 degrees. So 103 degree hike, no thanks. No thanks.
No bueno.
We did have flash flood warnings, and there was like this overcast, and we just kind of had to be aware about what was kind of happening. But it didn't rain on us. It kind of sprinkled a little bit, but nothing really. We were able to do a hike, and the next day we went back and we just wanted to get some like gifts from like the gift store and stuff. And again, we got a flash flood warning on like the text. You can hear everybody's text going off. And we're like, you know what? Like, maybe we should just go. Maybe get food down the mountain or something like that. 30 minutes after we left, it went from 97 degrees to 66 degrees, like that.
Oh shit!
And so we stopped at like one of the towns in St. George in Utah. It's kind of really close to the border. We picked up some food, and right when we parked and we're about to eat, we felt like this gust of wind just pushed the Jeep side to side like this. And we're like, whoa, what is happening? We looked over and we could see those dark clouds heading our way. And we're like, you know what? Nope. Let's just get on the road. We got on the road. We had a room to stay in Vegas. We got in, checked in, changed, went back downstairs. When we looked outside at like where the front doors were, there was a thunderstorm that was chasing us pretty much. And you could see like the lightning and everything and heavy rain and all that stuff. But we completely missed the storm stuff going to Utah. So we lucked out of the whole trip. But
that's great.
Yeah. It was great.
That's fucking awesome.
It was a great trip. It's definitely like awesome to go hike. And there's many hiking trails over there, but it makes me want to go in the wintertime too, just to see what it looks like. I've seen pictures, snow everywhere. I mean, come on. It's a must. I have to go. But trip, Utah. I love you guys.
There's another trail out there that I guess you're supposed to get the right shoes to go to do it, because there's a lot of water and a lot of like creeks and stuff that you're gonna go through.
So the hike is called the Narrows, and so you're literally going through the narrows of like the mountain, and there's like a river in between that, so you have to have water shoes. Oh, well, you don't have to, but that's probably the best to kind of do that hike. But if there's a flash flood warning like what we saw, it was closed because of that reason. People have been known to drown and not be aware of like how seriously like how quickly the weather changes. I mean, that's desert weather, but I saw pictures of people doing it, and if you guys are interested, let's do it. I think it'd be cool. But yeah, that was my Utah trip. It was, all in a nutshell. How about you guys? What have you guys been up to?
We went to Vegas to go see Garth Brooks in concert.
How was that?
At Allegiant Stadium. It was great. I mean, he's not a concert. He's an experience. Like, even if you're not really into country music like that, he's a showman, and his performance is like bucket list unicorn level. Like, it was the greatest performance I've seen on stage ever. And he was like something that both my wife and I wanted to go see in person. And we were able to do it, and it was inside the new radio stadium, Stadium out in Vegas. The Death Star is what they call it. And when you're walking up to it, it doesn't look as big as it is.
It doesn't look big. When you
walk
through it,
when you walk in, it goes sub level. So you're when you walk,
I see.
you're kind of like at mid level already, and then it goes up, and then it sinks down, and it's huge.
Oh, that's kind of smart.
Yeah, it was
design-wise,
really big. It's beautiful. It's really simple. I'm not a Raider fan, but I can say that when I think of the Raiders, like the old days of the Raiders, of being like, you know, just in your face, punch you in the mouth kind of football, like very classy, very classy, but very like, you know, like I don't say like it's just very simple but effective. It was a beautiful stadium. The trip to Vegas, we were there. We went to a pool party at Marquee. Which was really fun. A day club, which I ran into a friend of mine who I haven't seen in like 5 or 6 years.
No, cool.
But we went to like, we knew each other since like second grade. And it was just really hot. It was like 119, and then it was like 107 at like 11 o'clock at night coming out of the concert. But it was really cool. Like on that, after that, you know, I got to hit up Torpedo Comics out in Vegas. John Dolmayan, you know, the drummer from System of a Down, he's the one who actually owns Torpedo Comics.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's his shop, and then that segues into what I did last weekend. Was the first ever Torpedo Con. Was just a simple. I say simple because it reminded me of what a lot of people said what Comic Cons used to be like. How it was about the art, the books, the design, the artists, and just everything simple like that. That's what it was. It was basically you had artists to sign books and prints and to do sketches, and you had vendors everywhere. You had CGC, which, you know, does the grading for comic books. CBCS was there, does the same thing.
Did they have like fold out tables and all that stuff? Like,
yeah,
you know,
it was fold out tables.
Yeah.
And everybody had booths, and they all had slab comics and stuff like that. And I got signatures from Frank Cho, Alex Sinclair. Who else did I get? Brian Azzarello, and then also the granddaddy of them all, Frank Miller. So
yeah,
I got Frank Miller's autographs, and I got a couple of those books sent to CGC right then and there.
Did you get your book signed by him?
I did. I got a couple books signed by some guys and then sent to CGC, but there's a couple books that I got that I kept just for my own personal collection, like, you know, just to have them around my office and whatnot. So a couple good pieces from there. It was an all-day event. It was a 3-day event, but I only went Friday because I could. It was the only day I could make it. I ran into some people that I knew that just through Instagram, and that was kind of fun. But it was a cool thing. I hadn't done a Comic Con like that before. Like I've only done San Diego. I've done WonderCon, and I've done LA Con, but those were like to go buy like toys and collectibles and get the exclusives and stuff like that. It made me feel like I took a step back to appreciate where those even come from, and talk to the artists. And, you know, I got to talk to Frank Miller for a few minutes, and you know, that was really cool. You know, it was really a lot of fun for me. It made me like kind of fall more in love with the comic book thing that I've like been getting into. And just the appreciation, like when you actually get to face talk to these artists. You know, they were just as excited to be at the convention as everybody who was in line to get into the convention, because they've missed talking to people one-on-one too. Alex Sinclair, I think I was his first signature of the day, and he was so jazzed. I kind of feel bad because he was talking about how he had to go drive back and forth. He had to take a break in the con to go travel a couple hours somewhere and then come back and then finish the con and all that. And I was like, man, I feel bad, but, you know, thank you for being here. He's like, dude, if I didn't want to do this, he goes, I wouldn't have done it today. But,
yeah, seriously.
You know, to be here with everybody, I really wanted to do it. So it was a good experience. And I'm totally down to do more conventions like that.
Michael, Frank Miller, who was probably like the main for autographs for that con, he writes a lot of Batman stuff. Or he's known for a couple of Batman related comic books.
300, Sin City.
Never been to a Comic Con.
Well, that needs to change.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been to one.
LA Con is later this year.
But that's online, I think, no? But no, wait. Oh, no. There's tickets to go. Right?
Yeah, that one's coming back in person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they just announced it.
I think Long Beach Comic Con was one that was canceled officially this year.
Long Beach was canceled. Yeah. We'll find you one. But what have you been up to, Mike? You started working out?
I did.
You started working out?
Yeah.
How's it working out going?
It's going good. It's going good. I at 37, I get tired very easily. I haven't really like worked out for maybe about 5-6 years. I played basketball here and there, but I mean that was like once every other week, or
That's still pretty good though, if you think about it.
No, I know, but
But you're talking about intensive, like consistent workout.
Yeah, consistently just working out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I started hitting the gym, and then I joined a CrossFit gym.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm doing both right now.
I'm tired just you saying that.
Luckily, my body's been holding up.
That's good.
Yeah, so it's going good. I take time off, so I'm not pushing it too much.
Yeah,
especially after having like 2 knee surgeries, one for each knee. So I have to be very careful with my knees. But other than that, man, just been chilling, catching up on movies. Went to a Dodger game finally for the first time in like 2 years.
Who did they play against when you went?
They played Colorado, I believe. It was last week Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe it was Colorado. We lost in extra innings, of course. I had taken my daughter because it was Friday night is Friday night fireworks. And then because it went to extra innings, and then fucking Dodger Stadium decided to not do the fireworks.
Oh no,
dude! My daughter was so heartbroken. Because I told her, I'm like, oh well, we have to leave. She's like, but we have to stay. It's the fireworks.
Oh
like,
no, she knew.
No, they can't. Well, because the game didn't end till like 11:30, and so she was tired. She wanted to go to sleep. And I told her, no, like, don't go to sleep. Like, they're going to do the fireworks.
You hyped her up. Wait, why? Is that something they told you ahead of time, or like that during the game, they were like, we're not doing fireworks?
No, they literally, like, the 9th or the 10th inning was over, or 11th. I can't remember. It was long. And then right when the game was over, they just said, oh, tonight's firework has been canceled. Please exit the stadium. They didn't even give you a fucking explanation. They just said, please get the fuck out.
I wonder if it has anything to do with like noise ordinances past a certain time frame. Like, I mean, Disney is one thing, because like they even tell you, like, when you move into the neighborhoods around Disneyland, like, okay, this is part of what they've, like, the agreement of moving in, like, you have to be okay with this. But maybe LA County is different around Dodger Stadium. I don't know. It might be different.
But Disney owns all the surrounding areas. They have their own little fucking town. I mean, they can do whatever the fuck they want. Dodgers are on top of a hill, man. I mean, I don't know who lives up there that would hear it, but whatever, man. They broke her heart. She started crying. And I was like, fucking Dodgers.
Not only
did you fucking break my heart today, you also broke the heart of my daughter. Like, man, you fucking assholes. I mean, that's pretty much all I've been going through. Just that, and just, some personal issues that I've been going through. That I won't talk about that on here, but yeah, man, I got a rude awakening this last few weeks, and I wasn't very happy with myself. So other than that, just sticking it in there, man. Just that's all I can do.
It's crazy how, like, the whole COVID situation has, like, really, really dug into, like, where we really stand with everything. For me, it's been like that, where I'm realizing, like, how I spend my time, what I'm doing with, like, my free time, the whole what you're talking about, like, working out and stuff. Like, I've slowly been getting back into exercising, and just to give a small backstory to that, we went to Disneyland to go see Avengers Campus, and it was great. I loved it. You could probably see all kinds of stuff on YouTube on how great it is, and I did my share of it too. But kind of half day into it, I like sat down at one of the shows on the floor, and in getting up, like I did something weird where I like strained my back or something. Could it be the 37 years old? I don't know. But I do have a sit down job at home where I'm sitting down for 8 hours and I forget to stand up, or I forget to walk around or take the breaks that I need or stretch or whatever it is, right? It's completely different than when you wake up, go to your car, drive to work, come back. Like you do a lot of movement. And in my current state, I don't. And I forget to do it. Well, anyway, while at Disneyland, and I ended up hurting myself, and I ended up finding out that I hurt my sciatica nerve. And if you don't know what that is, I'll put a picture up here just so you know. You can kind of see what it looks like. But anyway, it made me immobile for about 4 to 5 days, where I just could not walk on my legs correctly, and I couldn't stand up straight. And a lot of that was due lack to movement, lack of muscle, lack of this or whatever. And that, again, it's like I've done so much with like with my time mainly on my computer, because I do a lot of stuff on here, that I just don't value my time and my health to just move away from it every now and then, mentally and physically, and it is a reminder that I need to take care of myself before everything else. You hear it all the time, right? But it's true. It's like you just have to do what's best for you. Work out, eat right, like whatever it is. You can get crazy every now and then, but then like 37, is that really the number for us? You know what I mean? Where it's really going to break us down, or it's really just more of like a, hey, wake up and be aware about, what your body can do and what it can't do at this point. But that's made me kind of realize what how I want to move forward with how I spend my time, which kind of goes into why I went to Zion in the first place. It's like, let's go out, let's go hiking, let's go do this. Why are we waiting for any of this stuff, right? And a lot of it had to do with because of COVID. COVID had kind of puts you in the mentality where it's like don't go outside, wear a mask, and stay away from people, and it's better just to stay home kind of thing. That's kind of what was drilled into me, where it's like the more I avoid people, the better and safer I am. But now it's at a cost of my health physically, rather than me like getting sick that way. I'm getting sick in different ways.
Man, if I'm being honest, man, like even before COVID, we're homebodies, in my house, we don't, and after going through what I went through to find out what I had and everything, it just, it just gave me a sorry.
It's all right, man.
Just gave me a different perspective in life, man.
Yeah.
So I been booking shit to just travel, not super far, but just travel, and just get up and fucking move.
I mean, that's kind of how I felt. I mean,
so it's like, I need to get kicked in the teeth, and that's essentially what happened.
Yeah.
And
I've kind of learned too that like with the so-called awakening of where we're at with those things, it's like, okay, what are we going to do about it? What is it from here on out that we can do to kind of either correct it, or in a way to make us better, or make us healthier, or again, mentally and physically. And what do we want? Like what is going to make us happy in the end? Because of staying at home and doing nothing, and then seeing that our bodies are breaking down in that sense, it's making us unhappy. Then why are we not doing it? Well, I mean, that's how it was for me, is why am I not doing it?
Yeah, the last couple of weeks have been probably like the best 2 weeks in a very long time for me, as far as just
that's good.
Mental and just physically.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just nice to just be feeling like the old me because I hadn't been feeling this good in a while, you know.
Yeah.
So you know, just got to keep doing what I'm doing and just push through it.
Yeah.
And like I said, like you know, we booked a trip to San Diego. You know, like again, I'm not saying we're going all super far. And
No,
shit.
you don't have to.
But you know, I've never been, but we're gonna go to we're gonna do like Legoland, and I've never been to SeaWorld, so we're gonna do SeaWorld.
That's cool.
So yeah, I mean, we're gonna be doing some stuff that, you know, typically we wouldn't be doing, but you know, and we need to start just having fun and taking the kids to enjoy, you know, especially my little one, my older one. She's still little, but she's my older one.
Yeah.
You know, I want her to know what it feels like to travel, to know what it feels like, you know, to get outside of whatever bubble, you know, you're used to. So that when she gets older, she might not want to leave me, you know, leave us and go all far and shit because she never traveled anywhere. You know, she'll stay local. She'll be like, nah, I already went to Paris with my parents. I went to Greece. I went to Alaska. They took me on a cruise, you know.
Yeah.
Like I'll stay local. I won't be leaving. So just stuff like that. You know,
and
nothing crazy.
You don't really have to go that far to do those kind of things either. I mean, Fernando, you just went to the OC Fair, right?
Yeah, we just did that last week. We went to the OC Fair. I mean, normally when we were in San Diego, we'd go when it was at Del Mar, but you know, it travels. So, you know, it goes to Orange County, then it goes to LA, and it goes
down there.
Yeah, so it's all the same. But, you know, one of my cousins, her daughter is in 4-H, so you know they do all the livestock and the animal education, and you know she raised a pig. So we went and supported go to take a look at the 4-H program that they did, and you know the same thing. We took the kids. My son got to ride all the little kid rides because he's big enough to do all of those, and like the giant slide that goes all the way down. Like he trekked it twice. And there's
the one where people slide so fast and they fucking hurt their ass on the way down.
Yeah, but it's like, you know, but that incline was so far up there. Like, I mean, I'm not in my best shape. I'm not so out of shape. But after the first time up there, I was like, all right, this is a good one. We went down it, and he's like, I want to go again. And I was like, get your mom. Get your mom. Like, you get her, she'll go this one with you. And then I felt bad because my daughter, she's so little, like she could barely get on anything. And you could just see her, she was mad dogging my son like the whole time, like I hate you that you can get on these rides and I can't do anything. Wow. So we took her to go play games and tried to win her stuffies. So
how was it people wise? Was there a lot of people there?
Yeah, it was a lot of people, but it was hot. It was hot and it was humid. It was like 95 and like super humid. Like the second we got from the car to the gate, like we were already like fanning myself, going like, man, I shouldn't have wore a hat because my hat's gonna shrink today because I'm gonna sweat so much in it. Like it was one of those days.
Sounds so gross.
It is gross.
Freaking juicy hat. It's gross.
But it's like, you know, Michael was talking about playing basketball, and it's like a couple weeks ago I started going to play basketball once a week. You know, I go out there for like an hour and just go play. And on the first day I went out there by myself. Like it was an afternoon, I got to go play, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna just go up. I'm gonna get some shots. I'm gonna stretch. You know, see if I can run a couple, you know, one person drills, right, and see if I can just do that. I ended up getting the whole court to myself, so I started, you know, after a while, I was going free throw line to free throw line, you know, pull up jumpers, you know, back and forth just to get a rhythm.
Right.
And dumb me, like, you know, now I live out in, you know, the Inland Valley now, and it's like hot. It was like 11 o'clock in the morning, but it was already like 95 degrees. So I'm out there trying to run it, and I'm like literally dripping sweat. Mario, I will send you the pictures of the before and after, and so you can put them on the episode because they're hilarious. But it's like the first picture I was talking to one of my buddies in New York, and he's like, yeah, man, go get that stuff, dude. Go kill go kill your workout today. And I was like, rock on, yeah, I'm gonna go do it. The next one I sent him, I'm all like just like dead. And it was great to be dead. Like it was good to feel that, and you know, and it's like you don't get that. You forget how important it is to you for not only your physical health, but your mental health, right? Like, you know, everyone talks about, like The Rock talks about that he starts his day on a cardio treadmill or a cardio machine by himself in a quiet room just so he can zone in and focus on what his day is going to be like. It's like he says you have to protect what drives you and what moves you and what pushes you. And for him, it's his mental focus for the day. So that's how he starts his day, and then it frees him up for the rest of his events that he has to do. And physical health ties into mental health as just as much as anything else. So having that is super, super important.
Yeah. I noticed when we were just hiking in Utah with just sounds of the wind and the river and all that stuff, like I just felt like I didn't have to think about anything else than that moment that I was just hiking, and not having to think of a million things to do or finish or all this stuff, whatever. Just it was something that I forget to remind myself that it doesn't always have to be about everything at once. I can filter everything out for a minute and just clear everything out. And it felt so great, like how you're saying, like it's very necessary.